Welcome back, Easy Astronomy. Jay here. Just want to gather everybody around the telescope. I've been looking at some articles and some stuff that's come up I think is kind of cool. Just thought I'd share it. Kind of planning to share out news items a couple times a week. So probably once on Tuesday, maybe again on Friday with the newsletter that comes out. Probably a theme this week that I'm seeing is revolving around life out in the universe. Life here on Earth and how it came about, life on 3i Atlas, if it's alien technology, and just life in general. We'll talk about that at the end. And then the last story we're going to talk about is astronomers have found a possibility to explain the Star of Bethlehem. I thought that was kind of a cool story for this time of the year. So we'll jump right in here. And this came out today. On December 18th, 2025, astronomers focused one of the world's most sensitive radio telescopes on 3i Atlas. Remember, December 19th was the day it became the closest it was going to come to Earth. Ever since its discovery in July 2025, 3i Atlas, there's been wide speculation about what it is, online and in scientific circles. Of course, we've seen all the stuff on social media that's aliens and they're coming to take over and they're going to eliminate us, all those things. No, this is just an interstellar object, a comet, that's passing through. Anyway, so a lot of speculation. Is it a comet? Is it something else? If it is something artificial, perhaps could it even have a sign or signal of alien technology on it? Researchers with the Breakthrough Listen program used the Green Bank telescope to scan radio frequencies between 1 and 12 gigahertz as 3i Atlas made its closest approach to Earth on the 18th. The 19th was the actual day. They hoped to catch any unusual techno signatures, radio signals that couldn't be explained by natural astrophysics and might hint at engineered transmissions coming from this, whether it was a probe or actual aliens. After analyzing hundreds of thousands of signal candidates and filtering out all the noise and radio frequencies between 1 and 12 gigahertz and all the interference that went with it, the result is absolutely clear. There was no techno signature found. All of the detailed signals were attributed to terrestrial radio interferences and not anything from 3i Atlas. Scientists concluded that there are no continuous radio transmitters stronger than a fraction of a watt associated with 3i Atlas, far below what even simple Earth devices emit. So, 3i Atlas remains best explained as a natural interstellar object, a comet, passing through our cosmic neighborhood, our solar system, with no evidence of alien technology aboard. Perhaps there are two things we can take away from 3i Atlas and from some of the other stories we're going to cover. First is from 3i Atlas is we are being visited by comets. This is the third one, Oumuamua, and the other one that came through. This is the third. We probably can expect more to come through our solar system. I've seen estimates of 12 to 20 coming through. And these are visitors from other solar systems. They bring with them chemical compositions from the solar system in which they were created in, and they allow us to gain knowledge about solar systems and how they're created and what elements have come together in them. And thus, as we continue to be able to study these objects, we learn more about how different solar systems in our universe actually come about. And that expands our knowledge of our universe and of our own solar system and how it came to be. Second, I think this is something, and I think we'll see it in the other kind of articles, the next two articles we talk about. I think there's a strong desire within humanity and among a lot of people here on Earth to find out whether or not we are alone or if there's others out there. Okay? Thus, the search for life beyond Earth is something that's intriguing. People want to know about it. There's lots of debates on it. Sometime I'll probably share my own belief on that. Not today. But we do know this. There's going to be more sky surveys and more objects to observe. And there'll be an ever-increasing knowledge of our universe and our place in it, thanks to these objects and the discussions that come up. What I don't like to see is all those things on social media that are just blowing it out of proportion, that have no science behind them, that don't back it up with anything. It's somebody just posting to get hits and get people to view their site. So the next, at the end of this, I'll put a link to Patreon in the comments for each of these videos, and on my Patreon site, I'll put a link to all the articles here. So if you want to read the articles yourself, not just take my summary of them. That article was Earth Detecting Earth. Well, the next article is Earth Detecting Earth. At what distance could Earth's constellation of technosignatures be detected with present-day technology? So imagine an alien civilization out in the universe somewhere, and they're looking at us. They're searching and they find Earth. Would they be able to detect our civilization? That's exactly the questions astronomers tackled in a 2025 study highlighted by the AAS NOVA. Researchers from the SETI Institute and from Penn State Extraterrestrial Intelligence Center asked, if a world with technology similar to the ones that we have right now, to ours, was out there in the universe, could they pick up signs of human civilization using tools just like we do? Let's say they developed and they're along about the same lines that we are. Could they detect us? They cataloged Earth's various technosignatures, things like radio transmissions, atmospheric pollution, city lights, lasers, satellites, interplanetary probes, and they used modeling to estimate how far away these signals could be detected with present-day technology. I have a table that I'll share on the Patreon site that shows all this. I'll just kind of go through it. Radio Case 1, planetary radar, they estimate that can go out to about 10th to the 9th power in terms of distance, astronomical units. So 10 to the 9th power. Remember, one astronomical unit is the measurement of the Earth to the Sun, that distance. It's about 93 million miles. So this is 10 to the 9th. And basically that takes us out to probably the galactic center. So radio case, planetary radar, probably the farthest out there. The next one, radio case 2, DSN, that goes out to about 10 to the 7th power. So just past Proxima Centauri, heading about maybe a quarter of the way toward the galactic center. Lasers resolved. Probably can see that up to 10 to the 5th power. That's right about Proxima Centauri. Atmospheric NO2, again, it goes out to about 10 to the 5th power, maybe just a little bit more. That's Proxima Centauri. A radio case 3 LTE, again, that definitely goes right at 10.5 astronomical units in distance. That's right around Proxima Centauri. Radio case 4 Voyager. Voyager goes out to about 10 to the maybe 4.5, 4.6 power. So a little bit short of Proxima Centauri, about beyond a little bit farther out beyond the edge of the Oort cloud. City lights. City lights basically can go out to about 10 to the 3rd power, about the edge of the Oort cloud. Lasers unresolved are a little bit closer in, 10 to the 2nd power, about quarter way between 10 to the 2nd to 10 to the 3rd. And that's just basically just a little bit farther than the Kuiper belt and about 2/3 less than the edge of the Oort cloud. And then heat islands, that's going to go out just to the Kuiper belt, 10 to the 2nd power. Satellites in transit, that goes out to 10 to, right around just to the 10 to the 0 power. And objects in space, 10 to the -1. This is all just to Mars or less. And then objects on non-Earth surface, that's even less, 10 to the -3rd. That's way just in our neighborhood. The standout result, like you can see by me summarizing that, radio signals, especially targeted transmissions, would be the most detectable, potentially visible out to about 12,000 light years with current equipment. These signals dwarf other technosignatures in range and strength, making them our most far-reaching cosmic hello. The Earth Detecting Earth framework shifts the SETI perspective, search for extraterrestrial life, intelligence, rather than only imagining what aliens might emit. It's by doing this we're asking what would ourselves would we notice if our roles were reversed? If somebody was looking for us, would they be able to detect us? Okay, it's a fresh way to think about our place in the cosmos, and helps to refine how we search for technology on distant world and how distant civilizations might find us. Right now, those radio signals, especially powerful targeted transmissions, would probably be the most detectable. The next article, and we'll come to the title here at the end. I'm just going to post it as, wait, are we the real aliens on Earth? This article comes from phys.org. Several of these do. Are we the Martians? The intriguing idea that life on Earth began on the red planet. This has been around for a while. People have talked about it. And it begins because scientists aren't sure of the process of how life began on our planet. To leap from chemistry to biology remains one of science's greatest mysteries. They can't explain that. But a thought-provoking hypothesis suggests that life might not have originated on Earth at all. Instead, it could have arrived here from Mars on rocky debris blasted into space by massive impacts on Mars during the early solar system during the massive bombardment period. Mars formed slightly earlier than Earth and may have had habitable conditions, a thick atmosphere, liquid water, oceans, geothermal activity, long before Earth's surface stabilized. That makes it conceivable that early Martian life could have evolved there first. But for that life to have come and seeded on Earth, microbes would have had to survive an incredibly long and difficult journey. They would have had to first been blasted off Mars by a major impact, withstanding the vacuum and radiation of space for months, and then enduring fiery re-entry as those objects came into Earth's atmosphere. I'm going to be honest with you. Most scientists, and I have to agree with this theory right now, I think that they think, and I think that's an extremely unlikely sequence of events, even for hardy microbes that can survive a lot. The timing is intriguing. Life on Earth seems to have emerged surprisingly quick after the planet cooled and the moon formed. But many researchers believe there was enough time for life just to start right here on Earth by itself without any additional assistance from anywhere else in the solar system. Thus, we didn't need a Martian origin. So, while the idea that we are Martians is intriguing, and it brings a possible scientific possibility, the current evidence doesn't make it the most likely explanation. But it does spark deeper questions about how and where life can begin in the universe. And that just seems to be something that fascinates us as humans. Again, are we alone? Are we not alone? Finally, the last topic comes from, it's another phys.org article. It's called "The Star of Bethlehem Might Actually Have Been a Comet Described in an Ancient Chinese Text." So since it's the holiday season, I saw this on phys.org. I thought it would be worth just recapping. You can read the article. If you go to the Patreon, it will have the link there. For centuries, people have wondered whether the star that guided the Magi to Bethlehem was a real celestial event or just a symbolic story. A new scientific study highlighted in phys.org suggests there might have been a natural explanation after all. And it comes from surprisingly ancient records. Researchers have been examining an ancient Chinese text that describes a boom star, a term used for a comet observed in 5 BCE. The object was reported visible for more than 70 days, that's a long time, indicating it was bright and significant in the sky. It lasted long enough to catch the attention of sky watchers across several cultures. Research, what makes this comet especially intriguing is how it might have appeared. Simulations of possible orbits show that the comet passed very close to Earth. If it had passed very close to Earth, it could have moved in a way that made it appear almost stationary in the sky for a time. A rare motion called temporary geosynchronous motion. This could be fit for the Gospel's description of a star that seemed to stop over a particular place. Okay. I have a little thing here, a diagram. It comes out from the Journal of British Astronomical Association that kind of shows this. So again, go to Patreon, you'll be able to see that image. Historians and scientists also explained how ancient astrologers might have interpreted such an event. While comets were sometimes seen as bad omens in many ancient cultures, there are records suggesting interpretations of comet sightings could vary, and some associations might have been made with important events or rulers. So, the four articles we touched on this week so far. Most sensitive radio observations to date find no evidence of techno signatures from 3I Atlas. It's a comet, people. That's what it is. It's an interstellar comet. Okay? There is no alien technology. It's not broadcasting. It's not a probe sending information to another civilization out in the universe. It's a comet that formed in a solar system, was ejected out somehow, and has traveled through space, is passing through our solar system, probably has passed through others too because of its age, and will continue its journey on through the galaxy. Okay. The next one, Earth detecting Earth. At what distance could Earth's constellation of technosignatures be detected with present-day technology? We made it very clear that a directed radio beam going out, a very precise and directed beam, is probably the best source and way that we can be picked up by a culture with the same technology that we have if they have developed along a similar timeline than ours. And that is one of the theory to answer the Drake equation. The Fermi paradox is perhaps we haven't noticed anybody because we all kind of emerged at about the same time. The next one, are we Martians? The intriguing idea that life on Earth began on the red planet that's been around for a while, that theory. I've seen it for several years. Again, probably really hard for microbes, as hardy as they are, as strong as they are, to get blasted off the Martian surface by a major impact out into space, transverse space, and then a survive re-entry into the Earth, and then from that, those microbes caused life here on Earth to go. There was plenty of time on Earth for Earth to develop its own form of life, and it's probably what happened. But it remains one of the mysteries for science is how did we go from chemistry to biology? Anyway, the last one, the Star of Bethlehem, might actually have been a comet described in an ancient Chinese text. That comet lasted for 7 days. If it was close enough to the Earth, it could have appeared to have been stationary for a period of time over a point on the Earth, and that might explain what they write about in the Gospels. Not saying whether that's right or wrong, but it's one explanation for the Star of Bethlehem. Interesting articles, I thought. Just wanted to share them. Hope you find them interesting. The links are at the bottom of the post on Patreon. Please, membership is free, but if you find what I'm doing interesting and just want to chip in, $3, $5, basically the cost of a trip to the convenience store to buy a drink or two, just acknowledges that you appreciate the time and effort that I'm putting in. If not, everything will stay free. I'm not going to go that way. Anyway, I throw that out there, and hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for gathering around the telescope for this, and I hope your skies are clear. I got out last night. I did a bunch of double star observing. I'll be doing a post on that, along with some digital sketches I did of those based on my notes and my observations, and look forward to that. Still got about 6 more posts to do from other observations too, and a lot of other things coming up too. Maybe I'll just share what some of those are right now. I want to talk about I'm going to start a thing called Astronomers of the Week, where we talk about a famous astronomer, maybe share some facts and interesting topics that maybe people don't know so much about. I'm going to be doing a post soon this week on the classification of galaxies. I want to share a site called Latest Supernova. I want to go through the Royal Astronomical Society of Canada's Observer's Handbook. I got that, been going through that. Want to talk about eyepieces again a little bit, and then what's the process for somebody new coming in? What should they look and consider studying? And then anyway, have some interviews coming up. Hopefully you'll find those interesting after the first of the year, and lots of stuff going on. So remember to keep looking up. When your skies are clear, be amazed at what's up there. It is amazing, and we ourselves are amazing. Have a wonderful day. And if I don't talk to you, which I probably will, have a happy new year.